Also, just going back to my question, I know we had just a bit of a technical difficulty just then. But just going back to my question, I know the last person you faced was Tyson Fury. So I just wanted your thoughts on a couple of things regarding Tyson Fury. He fought Deontay Wilder in his last fight, produced a performance that not a lot of people thought he would produce. I spoke to a lot of fighters leading up to that fight, and no one actually said that he was going to stop Wilder the way he stopped him. Did you expect Tyson Fury to put on a performance like that?
No, I didn't expect that. He usually says that he's going to knock somebody out, but then he comes out boxing anyways. But I think that they had a really good game plan, and the training change worked out really good for him. I wasn't sure about that at first, but it worked good, and they had a really good game plan. But I felt like Fury is a good boxer, and he's usually not that aggressive. But I knew that could happen. I said that in interviews before the fight that I feel at some point somebody gonna come in and run Wilder over. I wasn't sure that Fury was gonna do it, but he really did, and it was a great performance. But I don't want to bash Wilder either. We see how he comes back, and he's always gonna be dangerous with that big punch he has.
When you fought Fury, did you notice any power with him? Was there so substantial power that you noticed with him, or did you not notice that side of his game?
I mean, he's a big guy. And if you have somebody that weighed about 255 against me, if you have a big guy like that and he hits you the right spot, you can always get knocked out. But I would say Fury is more of a boxer, and he's a great boxer. He's not really a puncher to me.
Okay. And in regards to the technical aspects of it, do you believe that in regards to his footwork, his hand speed, is he probably the best boxer in the heavyweight division at this present time? Yeah, I think so. I think he has good basics. He likes to keep his hands down, but he can keep it up too if he wants to. But I feel like you can tell that he's been boxing for a long time. And straight after that fight, a lot of people started tweeting the fight that they want to see. That's Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. I assume you've seen quite a bit of Anthony Joshua, somebody who's, got 3 of them 4 belts. What do you make of Anthony Joshua as a fighter?
Sorry?
What do you make of Anthony Joshua as a fighter?
I think Joshua is good. He's been a unified champion, and can't complain about that. He's done a good job, and he hasn't been in boxing for too long either. So he deserves all the respect. But I do think Fury is going to be the favorite in that fight. I think that Joshua, like I said, with Wilder, they're big punchers, so anything can happen. But I think that I will give Fury the benefit of the doubt, and I think that he will win.
And Otto, I know it's a difficult question for yourself, but when do you want to break into that top 10? There is that sort of space in there. There's a lot of great fighters in there. When you look past the top 3, you see people like Povetkin, Joseph Parker, Michael Hunter. When do you want to get into the mix amongst these big names?
I think some people will say I'm already in there since the Fury fight, but like I said, I gotta come back and be busy, and maybe have a couple of fights and then fight one of those guys.
Just want to know a little bit about yourself, Otto, because fight fans prior to the Fury fight didn't really know much about you. Growing up, what got you into boxing? Why did you choose boxing as your hobby, as your job? Because it's a very brutal sport. You could have chose any other thing, but you chose boxing. Why boxing?
My father, he used to be a trainer and a boxer. He had a few fights. My brother used to be a boxer too. Had some amateur fights. He then went to Muay Thai, but I always liked boxing. We'd do some training when we were kids with my father and my brothers. And I always liked it. But then I was playing football, ice hockey. But then when I turned 15, I was allowed to go to the boxing gym. So I did, and I fell in love with it right away. And I knew that I could be good at it, and I knew that I wanted to do it.
And growing up, which sort of fighters were you watching?
I think I started out mostly with Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, and then it developed from there. Yeah, my father, he was a big fan of Muhammad Ali, and I remember my brother, he had one of those tapes with Tyson, those VHS tapes with all his knockouts. So we would watch that also.
Would you say that Muhammad Ali was probably the best fighter ever, in your eyes?
One of them. I think he was very good. He was at the top for a long time. He could have got out of the game a little earlier, but it happens.
I just want to move away from the heavyweight division and talk to you about somebody who's, left a legacy in boxing in the era that we're in. Is Floyd Mayweather. He talks about his record, 49-0, 50-0. But what do you make of Floyd and what legacy he's left behind, especially in the era that we live in boxing?
I think he's been very good, Floyd. I rate him very high. You see, at his amateur career, I watched his fight in the amateurs, and you can tell that he was a big talent, man. Very, very good boxer. If he's one of the best ever, I don't know. I haven't been around that long, so it's hard to say for me, but he's definitely one of the best of this era. Just a final question, and the fights I want to talk to you about, because there's a lot of. He's had a great amateur career, and he's also producing high levels of boxing at this present time. Is Vasyl Lomachenko, somebody that the world looking at? They look at his YouTube videos; they've gone viral. Talk to me about Vasyl Lomachenko. What do you think of him as a fighter? I think he's very good. I mean, what a talent, and his father must have done a really good job with him, because he's trained Usyk and other guys too. So I would like to see that training. But actually, when I was an amateur, I was already big of those guys, especially Lomachenko and then Usyk. But I started watching them maybe when I was like 19, 20, because I had guys in my gym that had been training with him in Ukraine and stuff. So I watched it. I saw all the videos, and I know recently a lot of other people have been starting watching that too. But Lomachenko, he was always big around us over in Sweden and I guess Europe, because he was a top amateur. They didn't know about him too much over here, but now they know.
I didn't want to ask you this, but you just sort of pulled out the name there, Alexander Usyk. He's coming into your division, the heavyweight division. He's going to be fighting Derek Chisora once boxing resumes. What can he do in heavyweight boxing?
I mean, he's been a great cruiserweight. Unified the titles, and he looked very, very good while doing it. But he didn't shine in his last fight against Witherspoon at heavyweight. So it's gonna be interesting, because these guys up here are big guys, and Chisora, he's not tall, but he's a big guy anyways. So we'll see what happens there. It's gonna be interesting.
Otto, before I let you go, I want to thank you for giving me your time. But before I let you go, just a last bit of positivity from yourself for people that are going to be watching.
Yeah, I just want to say that we're going through tough times right now, but we guys gotta keep our heads up and keep doing what we're doing and listen to the governments, and we will all get through this. So we just gotta stay ready, and when the time comes, we go back out there again and be in the mix.
Otto, finally, your social media. What social media are you on, and what's your names on the social media?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't use Twitter as much, but mostly Instagram, and it's just my name, Otto Wallin, as I say.
Thank you very much, Otto Wallin. I appreciate that, sir. And hopefully, once boxing resumes, we get to talk to you properly.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, Tom, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.